Greetings, Jelly friends. So you are here because you want to start a new Jellyfin server. Or if this isn't your first time, you might already have one and you're doing some sort of tunnel VPN type deal. I don't know, snail trail or whatever that thing is called. Or you're either just here to judge or bored or something, I don't know. Either way, I welcome to all of you. And what we're going to be doing on this series is getting a whole Jellyfin server going, like I said. So it's going to be on the web. It's not going to just be tunneled or have to password or VPN in or connect to something else first and then go. It's going to be like a Netflix or a YouTube or a Hulu or whatever. You know, like you type in the domain name, blah blah blah.com, and you sign in, and it should be that easy. You can use it on your iPhone, Android, smart TV, or whatever. Your phone, just go through the web. Either way, Jellyfin has an app for just about all of it, and you should be able to access it just about anywhere using this method. So yeah. So as long as you have internet access from your computer that you'll be hosting it from, you should get it going. So I'm starting off with a brand new, fresh, old Linux Mint on a really old computer. But this guy, yeah. So I mean, it's gonna be a fresh one. I just finished installing this operating system, Linux Mint. So it's gonna be what's that version called? FX. We'll go through it some other time. But yeah, so if you've done something like this before, this whole thing could take an hour or two from nothing to server on the web. If you've never done anything like this before, it might take 2 to 3 to 4 some odd plus hours, depending on your current experience and what you'll be learning along the way. But it should be worth it, because at the end, like I said, you're just going to have a web page, and you're going to go like straight to whatever website you got, whatever domain you got, and you're just going to sign right in. So if that sounds good, then let's do that. And then, you know, how cool would that be, just to go to your domain and then sign in? You just log in and boom, you're in. That sounds good to me. So if that sounds good to you, stay with me on that one. What we're not doing, we're not going to really try to veer off from whatever the actual machine is going to take to host from the machine that you're working on. So that means that pretty much anything networking related, we're not going to get any fancy apps going or editors or whatever. And port forwarding, you're going to have to pretty much figure that out on your own. Just know that we'll have to forward ports 80 and 443. You can change them however you want. If you already know what all that stuff is, do whatever you want on whichever ports, but we're going to be taking you through the steps on 80 and 44. I'm sorry, 443. Some internet service providers, ISPs, don't let you forward any ports, and if that's the case on your end, you're going to have to figure that out. How to get bypass your current modem router and go into your own third-party router. That way, you can get a router that lets you forward your ports. That happens a lot with service providers. They just have a generic whatever thing to get you going online to collect your money. Otherwise, most of them that I know of will let you do some sort of port forwarding. In that case, figure that out first if you don't know already. Once you get the ports done, then you can go and continue along. I think that might be the hardest part if you haven't done that yet or know about it. So yeah, if you don't know anything that's we're gonna do this whole trip, that's okay. You don't need to know most of it. A lot of the learning is gonna happen as you go, and hell, at the end, if you still don't get it, wipe your computer again and do it again. You know, get it going, and then you can do this as many times as you want. Yeah, and at any time, just pause or stop. Go learn something. Go, you have AI tell you what the hell is this guy talking about? Why am I doing it? You can do that, because all we're going to kind of do here is kind of copy and paste, and that's going to be pretty much it. Aside from my rants that I might trail off on, but we'll see. Yeah, so I'm starting off with a new Linux Mint. Aha, there it is again. And yeah, so that's pretty much going to be it. Before we get started, quick note, or a long note maybe, depending. Through this whole process, we're going to be doing passwords and usernames and all these things. Be creative with it if you want, but at the very least, be very creative with your passwords, because this is going to be out on the World Wide Web, out on the intranets, for everybody to see. So if someone can easily use your username and get into your stuff, 111, I'm just going to be using 1s and 2s throughout this whole thing, so it's not going to matter for me. I'm going to wipe this computer as soon as we're done, so no one will be able to get into my stuff by the time this video posts. But for you, if you're going to be using this, do a good password. That way you can stay secure, you can get all of your stuff online, and then at least mostly not have to worry about it too much. So and we're just going through basic security, so it's going to be good enough for most of what you're going to be using it for. And after that, if you want to get even more secure, which is a good thing, go to include failed band, or whatever other types of security you can do, ISP blockers and whatnot. I'm sorry, IP blockers, and whatever else you can use for it. And look up just security. We're going to be going through a reverse proxy, so that's part of the security for this. But look up more. That's always a good thing. So, anywho, this is your intro to the Build Your Own Jellyfin Server series. So, I am your guide, Danicus. Welcome. So, if you stick with me through this whole video, or through the whole video series, hopefully you're gonna have a whole Jellyfin server running, and hopefully it'll be worth being called your very own personal Netflix. That's the goal. Well, anyways, like I said, I'm Danicus. I hope you remember that there is no answer without a question. Stay curious for round 2. Coming up soon. Next. Coming up next.